Goes down, Perks kills Gimgoon, the Nexus is being focused, it's going down, and Fun plus Phoenix are your world champions!
One of our objectives with the World Championship skins this year was to really move them into a unique space, really evolve what a World Championship skin can be. You know, for the past 3 years, we've leaned pretty heavily into a really dark fantasy sort of inspired vibe. Everything was very magical in nature, really leaning into fantasy as a genre. So for this year, we wanted to see how far we could push it and move it into a more energized, more modern, and more fun sort of space.
What we really wanted to celebrate in this objective was 2019, the Worlds tournament was really all about the Phoenix. From the theme song to FPX's, their trajectory throughout the season. They felt like they went from this scrappy underdog team and they had this rebirth and they came out blazing like this fiery Phoenix.
我希望就是这个皮肤就是能给人一种比较危险或者一种恐惧的感觉，就看到这个英雄出技能或看到这个英雄一瞬间就会感到害怕的。就是我回车动作，我要的是做炒作者，然后就很齐的那种，
只跟他说让他帮我设计的帅一点就可以。
然后就希望就是 Q 啊 W 大招这些都加点就是特效进去。
We had our concept artists go 3 very different directions and presented those to the team, and then they weighed in on why they liked this or didn't like that direction. And so from there, we were able to narrow down what we were thinking, and we were able to work with them continuing on that direction.
设计的挺不错，挺好看的。
他给了几组模型嘛，我就让他把其中的2组结合一下。
The players wanted a theme of rising from the ashes as a team to become the undying phoenix. For the visual effects, this meant not only fire, but lots of phoenix decals and motifs. We put the FPX logo into abilities where it made sense, but we also put in other more subtle hints.
There's a lot of skin lines that already use fire as their primary source of power, so the challenge was to make the abilities stand out just as much as the character design did. And so to make that stand out, we used very bold, graphic, animated shapes. And for the color palette, we still used red, orange, and yellow, as you might expect for a fire skin line. But we tried to avoid maroons and near black scorch marks. So to keep everything very energetic, ephemeral, and positive, and feel like a superhero, we kept everything bright, saturated, and it really helped keep it in its own space.
You'll probably notice a couple different things. One is we really wanted to kind of capture almost that retro fighting team style where they transform into these really powerful suits and they're this dynamic team that comes together and is able to fight together. We created a special spawn-in ceremony to truly capture that transformation moment.
We also asked them for recall ideas and got some awesome footage from the team that we were able to incorporate in all of the skins.
就回城那4只猫就是我们基地平时我会喂的那4只流浪猫吧。
To find the look and the feel for this performance that LWX had originally pitched himself. He had this fantastic idea of incorporating the 14 cats into the recall and also a very specific dance for Vayne at the very end. One of our main concerns is always to make sure that those performance-based animations are valid for pro play in the midst of battle. It also was important for me to portray Vayne as this very female and agile ADC who has style and strong presence on the battlefield.
As tech artists, we're always trying to catch what could be issues once we get into production. We're always trying to think ahead and catch potential red flags and make everyone aware of it.
So for Vayne, the big technical issue that popped up or gave me a red flag right away was the 4 cats and the recall. So in our game, we have a bone count limit. And because of that limit, we have to be very careful and diligent about where we add bones, why do we need those bones, and can we get away with less to do more.
就是一开始会转一圈，就大概是一开始是寻找这整局游戏的方向，然后接下来就会出现就4只手指，就像你一个人在操控对面所有的人一样，然后按照你的方向，然后开始这局游戏的进程。
For Thresh, I was looking to see in what ways we could combine super action, exciting motion with the much more subtle playing of the piano. Oftentimes with these recalls, animators try to take the core original idea and embellish it in some different ways with exaggerated acting or actions to make it slightly more exciting or more interesting to see in game view. It's always a battle of sticking to the original material or really kind of changing it up so that even players that don't understand the esports references can enjoy the skin.
For Gangplank, he's this ruthless, unpredictable champion. Throughout his lore, we see time and time again that he's someone who cannot be defeated, and this plays really well into Kim Gun's idea with the recall. And one of the things I really like about his recall idea is it's like this super meta idea of Gangplank winning the game inside of the game. But it also shows off our tendencies as players as well, right?
我感觉所有技能都挺酷的吧，然后大招那个音效很帅。
When we were first challenged with creating a new sound profile for the FPX skins, and we were thinking about ways to make this different from other anime-inspired and also infernal skins. So the way we went around that is by thinking about ways to make the explosions sound more futuristic and cool, by adding a lot of flanger effects to it. Riot Zabu, one of the sound designers here, came up with these 3 core sounds that we as a team agreed on being the FPX sound. One of them being the flangy fire sound. And the other one is the anime sword shing. Shing! And the last sound is the synthy bass drum. Pew! And yeah, also a lot of Phoenix cries as well throughout the kit, because we saw a lot of phoenixes rising from the ashes, and we wanted to include that as well.
Every year we try to do something different for World's winners that we think makes the most sense for the team. Some years we've done ward skins when we've thought there was a great moment to immortalize with a ward. This year, we are giving each of the FPX skins an exclusive chroma. The initial design for the skins showcase a fun, brighter color palette, and we thought this was a great opportunity to offer an edgier look for each of the skins, drawing inspiration from some of the edgier concepts we showed FPX originally.
哇！这好像2个都挺帅的呀。
确实，2个都要买啊。
那好像买了云皮肤才能买宣材的，那就都买了吧。
So at the beginning, we did a lot of research. And the creative idea basically just came from the FPX stage suit. Besides colors, we also spent a lot of effort on pattern design inspired from Phoenix and different Chinese traditional shape languages to try to enhance overall FPX feeling.
因为我的石头人皮肤的头是凤凰的头，然后你打 F 的时候 F6不敢打你，你喜欢刷 F6的话，记得来买皮肤。
买皮肤的话送一个么么哒。
希望大家多多支持一下，多买点这皮肤吧。我们门口滴滴有4只猫，也需要大家的关注吧。
大家看我的盲僧冠军皮肤，就是Q 技能就特效就飞出去一只凤凰，应该感觉很帅。如果大家喜欢的话，选它就完事儿了。